be doing a moon salutations today because the moon is heading towards full moon. Remembering that moon salutations are feminine, they're gentler, they're hip openers, okay? I am going to again incorporate a chair and give options floor or chair because I have some people who utilize a chair and I have others that don't. So you have the option, if you're sitting on the floor, putting your left leg in front of your right and sitting at the base of your pelvis, just as I'm doing. If you're in the chair, I would prefer you take your left foot out and your right foot out. Sit on the edge of the chair. Sit on the base of your pelvis. And what I want everybody, maybe close your eyes and feel that your back is strong, is engaged, and your belly is long. Okay, when my back is not engaged and my belly, I will fold forward and I'll roll to the back of my pelvis like this. I don't want to be there. I want to be long and I want to be strong. Okay, I'm going to start with hands at heart center. Tune into your breath. You feel the inhale. You feel the exhale. There's a string attached to the crown of the head and you're reaching through the crown of the head. You're going to inhale all the way up. Maybe look at your fingers and exhale through heart center. And we're going to do that 3 times. And right through heart center. And one more time. And right through heart center. And then right here, I just want to tick-tock my head right and left. You have the trapezius muscles that insert at the base of the skull or the occipital. And they run down the back. But when the traps become tight, the neck can become tight. So make sure you're moving your head, tick-tocking it, but not your shoulders. Shoulders stay neutral. Now take a breath and come to center. I'd like everybody take your left hand out on the floor, on your fingertips, or to the chair. Right hand to shoulder, inhale, reach up. You can see my palm is pointed to the left, my right palm, and I hinge. But can you see the length I get? Okay, I'm not going for depth. I might push the floor away or push the chair away. I'm going to turn my gaze down, hold, turn my gaze out, hold, and turn my gaze up. Take a breath in, exhale, and then I pull up. Okay, so now I'm going to take my left hand behind me, right hand on my shoulder, on my left leg, and then I'm going to twist. Okay, I'm going to shake my head no, and then I'm going to nod my head yes. And then I'm going to find where I look slightly up, so the chin is slightly lifted. I'm going to take my left hand to my shoulder. If I have no shoulder issues, I reach straight up. I'm on the base of my pelvis, I'm rotating my body, and I take 5 breaths. Now I'm going to unwind and come to heart center. Again, we're going to now hinge from the hip forward. I hinge from the hip, so my back is pretty flat. I might have some flexion in the lumbar spine, but not a lot. Now, yogi's choice. I can grab the back of the chair. I can put my elbows on my knees, whether you're on the floor or the chair. If your hands are going to go to the floor, they need to touch. And you're going to hinge, again at the hip, and I'm going to breathe into this for 5 breaths. Then I'm going to take my hands from the floor of the chair, place them elbows on knees, and sit up tall. Switching lead legs if you're on the floor, right foot in front of left. Otherwise, in the chair, sit up tall. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to heart center. Hold. Okay, so tick-tock your head again. Release tension in your neck. Sit up really from the base of your spine, nice and tall. Bring your head to neutral. This time, take the right hand out to the side on the floor or in the chair, fingertips on the floor, hold on to the chair. Left hand, right, is on the left shoulder. I reach up, palm is facing right. I'm going to teeter over, but see the length I get. Now I'm going to look down to the floor, release my neck. I look out to the front, release my neck, and I look up. Take a breath in, exhale, and inhale, come all the way up. So now I'm going to take the left hand to the right knee. I'm taking the right hand behind me. I take a breath in and I twist. Okay, I want a long belly, right? Take a breath in, take a breath out. Now I'm going to shake my head no. And I'm going to nod my head yes. And then I lift the chin and look slightly up. Now I'm going to take my right hand to my right shoulder. And if you have no shoulder issues, reach up and stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. Take one big breath in, exhale, and come back to center. So then I'm going to hinge from the hip. My hands are at my heart center. I'm just trying to loosen up your hips a little bit. Hinge forward. Okay, yogi's choice. I can grab my chair or elbows on knees. See if you can hinge a little deeper. Trying to hinge from the hip and not from the lumbar spine. Now, if you can put your hands on the floor, if you're on the floor, you can walk them out, right? But I, again, want the hinge at the hip, and I'm here for 5 breaths. Then I'm going to walk myself in, come to my knees, and then sit up tall. If you are in a chair, you are going to come to a crouching cat. If you are on the floor, you are coming to a crouching cat. So I'm going to show both. Crouching cat in the chair, you're on your toes, your knees are bent, your feet are shoulder width, and I've got the nice curve in my back, and you can see my shoulder is over my wrist. If I am on the floor in crouching cat, you can see I'm pushing away. I have the natural curve in my back, push out of my hands, my fingers are spread like stars. My knees are pushing out, my feet are hip width, and I'm just going to breathe for 5 breaths in the crouching cat. 1001, 1002, 3, 4, and 5. And now from here, I'm going to move into a down dog. So what I have to do is move my hips back, and this is whether you're on the floor or the chair. Lift the hips up. Drive the chest towards the thighs, but leave space around your head. And now your heels down. And you're going to take 5 long breaths. Now see if you can shift forward to a plank. So plank in the chair is right here. You can see this nice strong line. Plank on the floor is right here. I am not squeezing my glutes and doing this. I find my neutral. I press into my heels. I push the floor away, and I take 5 breaths. Now watch, I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to come back to my crouching cat, right? Take a breath in. Now I'm going to move into down dog. How do I move back into down dog? I lift my hips and I push my hips back. Chest goes towards thighs and then heels to the floor. And I'm here 5 breaths. Now I'm going to shift back to my plank. So I'm just going to shift straight forward. Might have to adjust my feet a little bit and find plank position in the chair or plank position on the floor. Okay, we're doing one more of these, and I'm going to show this last one on the floor. So take a breath in, exhale, find crouching cat. Breathe. My fingers are spread like stars. My knees are 1 inch from the floor, and I'm pushing out. I have the natural curve in my back, but my belly I'm pulling in, okay? Belly's pulled in. Now I move my hips back. I move my hips up. I push my chest back, but keep my humerus in the socket of the shoulder. And then I press my heels down, and I stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rise on your toes, bend your knees, walk your hands back, put your hands on your knees. Here I am. Take a breath in, exhale. If you can, with soft knees, watch my hinges at my hip, hinge forward into your hamstring. Now on an inhale, lift up. So I'm going to stretch my hamstrings. Exhale down, inhale, lift up. And last one, exhale down. If you are able to literally touch the floor, shift your way forward, that's fine. If you cannot touch the floor and you're just dangling, I'd rather have your hands on your thighs. Weight is forward in your foot, not in your heel. Now from here, sweep up, inhale, and exhale to heart center. So we're going to do one moon salutation. It flows one direction and then the other. So find mountain pose or Tadasana. Feet are slightly apart, pointed forward. Knees are bent. Find your long belly. I say to people, lift your ribs off your organs, right? So I can settle, or I can be lifted and roll the shoulders back. Okay, so you're going to inhale, rise up. Grab your right wrist, exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, come up. Okay, we're going to have the left wrist, hinge to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, I'm going to step left, goddess pose. Again, I keep the long belly, the long belly, strong back. Can bring my hands into globe. I can float my heels. I can hinge forward from the hip. Now with a breath in, I'm going to stay on my toes and come to a star. Arms out like 5 points with your each finger. And then you got the head, the arms, and the legs, 5 points. So I'm going to pivot my right foot, pivot my left foot. Now watch, I'm straightening my left leg, softening my right, hinge, and fall into triangle. Okay, so head can look up, your piece of toaster in the toaster. Take a big breath in and exhale. Now my right hand is coming to my hip, my left hand pulls up, I pivot myself, and I think of hinging from the hip. This is knee to nose, and I can reach my arm back, draw my chin in, hinge from the hip, dropping right shoulder down. Take a breath in, exhale. Now I'm going to rise into a high lunge, and then watch, I can make it harder and go into a low lunge. And stay for 5. Now I'm going to look to the front, and I'm going to decide, do I want to stay here or go low? And sweep, and then when I sweep here, I come up, and I'm up in my high lunge. And then I exhale to my low lunge. Breathe. I'm going to take my hands straight down, pivot my back foot, straighten my front foot, and the hip crease moves back, and it's knee towards nose. You can see I'm trying to hinge from my hip and not my lower back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, pull yourself up. And then once, just pivot yourself around. And here I am in Trikonasana again, triangle pose. So I soften my back leg, my front leg is straight. Reach for the ceiling. Now sweep the arm down. Watch, I'm coming straight up. And here's my star. Spread the fingers. You're up on your tippy toes. It is balance, right? Keep on your tippy toes. Come to goddess. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Now I'm going to plant my right foot, step my left foot in, my right foot in. Inhale, sweep all the way up. This time, I'm going to grab my left wrist and pull over to the right. I'm going to inhale, come up to center. I'm going to grab my right wrist and pull over left. I'm not going for depth. I'm really going for the length on the left side. I inhale, come up to center, and then exhale, I'm going to step out to the right in goddess pose. I float my heels. I've got this long belly, strong back. Point those, or lift those heels and dome hands. So your 10 fingers, 5 and 5 are touching. And then I can hinge from my hip if I want and just hold that. That's strength, right? And then I sweep up to a star. I'm going to pivot this time, my left foot and then my right. Straighten your right, soften your left. Watch my hips. They hinge. Which way? To the left. Hand inside, hand out, and watch, I can come up to a triangle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I bring it down, I come up. Okay, it's like you hold a beach ball with your hands and you're going down to a low lunge for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to look forward. Watch. It's crouching low, or I can be up high. So I can stay low and come through, and then I come up to my high lunge. Hold on to your beach ball, go to a low lunge. Now drop the hands, pivot the foot, knee to nose. Now pull yourself up. You're going to pivot your torso to the front and find triangle. Okay, so I keep my right leg pretty straight, or my left leg pretty straight. Right leg's bent. I reach. Now arm sweeps around and I come to a star. I come to a goddess. I start to come up. This time I push off, right foot steps, left foot steps, and drop the arms. So let's go through it one more time, but a little bit faster. You're going to inhale, come up, grab the right wrist. Grab the left wrist. Step out to goddess, and that is stepping to the left. Now come to a star. Fall into triangle. Place your hands on your hips. Bring yourself up, pivot around, knee to nose. Now sweep the arms up like you're holding a beach ball and find a low lunge. Look forward and it's down low, down low, down low. And then I come up high. I'm on the other side, it's a low lunge. Bring your hands down by your sides, pivot your back foot for knee to nose. come up out of this, and you find your triangle. And again, if I have a shoulder issue, I can leave my hand here, I can be out here. Now I'm just going to sweep around and I come to a star. I come to goddess. Bring your hands to your heart. Heels are floating. Plant your right. Step left, right, and we can do the other side. Inhale up. Okay, exhale, I'm leaning right. Inhale through center. Exhale, lean left. Goddess pose to the right. Star. Pivot, that left foot, right foot, fall into triangle. Okay, watch that left hand. It comes down to my hip. I come up, I pivot myself. My left leg is pretty straight and I'm hinging. It's called knee to nose. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, and I go to a low lunge. I'm holding on a beach ball. Then I face front. Here I crouch down if I can. You don't have to go this deep. Crouch, crouch low, and then sweep up. It's a high lunge. Exhale, I'm going to a low lunge. Place my hands right at my sides or at my hips. I pivot my back foot, straighten my front leg, and hinge. Where's my hinge from? The hip. And then I might get some flexion in my lumbar spine. Now I pull up, I find triangle. I pull up, I find a balance of star. You're on your toes, and I find strength in goddess. I'm going to plant my left foot, step my right foot, left foot, and stand tall. Close your eyes, take a breath in, take a breath out. So that is moon salutations. We did a set of 2. They're feminine, they're deep into your hips and hamstrings. And there is a full moon coming, so enjoy it. The light in me bows to the light in you, hands at heart, third eye, and all that's above. Namaste, folks. Thank you for watching.